Let me know if my screen is visible to you. Anyone please speak?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Any doubts, guys? So, is the sessional dates for other subjects has been announced for you? Guys, am I audible? Am I audible, guys? No one is responding. Okay, the sessional dates for other subjects, whether these dates have been announced to you or not. Okay. So I told you my last sessional date will be on Thursday, right? That is second. Okay, guys, let's start. So in the last class, we have seen the exception handling and many of the examples of different types. And one of them was file not found exception, when we do not have the physical file system at the desired location. And then in the catch block, we have handled uh, this exception by providing an alternate file path. Any doubts in this particular example? I think I've shared these files, right? Class? Did I share this file to you? All these classes? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then let me know, guys. You are not speaking. Did I share these classes with you, exception handling classes with you? These examples?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Seems like I asked this question initially because I knew that I have shared. The reason is that I want to know that whether you guys even are aware of what things I'm sharing, what is going in the class, or you're just coming and joining lectures. Okay, not good. So, if you remember, while we were looking at some of the examples like arithmetic exceptions or null pointer exception, or even the exceptions like string out of bound exceptions or array index out of bound exceptions, like this example, this will throw the null pointer exception because string s is null, right? And we are trying to assess the particular character at a particular index position 5, that is the 6th character, but the string is itself is null. So if I try to run this, I know that I am going to get the null pointer exception. Okay. Now, I have told you that it is up to me that if I wish, I can put a try and catch block and handle this kind of exception at my choice. So if I choose to handle this exception, I can provide an alternative path where I can say s is equal to double quotes some value, right? And then I can repeat operation again. This is an alternative path, right? Correct? People online, is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सर इसको
Okay.
एक्सप्लिसिट कास्ट कह सकते हैं?
क्या
एक्सप्लिसिट कास्टिंग.
casting कहाँ हो रही है सर? There is no casting है. I'm just providing a value in the catch block. I am providing the value to the string which is pointing to null, and because it was pointing to null, this statement line number 9 is throwing an exception, null pointer exception, because I'm trying to assess one of the characters at index position 5 of this string s, whereas there is no object that is being pointed by string s, right? So we are getting the exception null pointer exception. That means there is no object. The reference variable is still pointing to null. And so when there is no object, there is no question of having a string or any part of it, that is the character at index position 5. Right? So I choose, I'm trying to forcefully say that I choose to, handle this exception by doing two things. One is by putting a guarded region around this statement in try block and then providing an alternative path in the catch block. Correct? So whatever is in try block, that will be guarded against any problem. And if any problem occurs, I told you that you assume that this particular line number 9 will be substituted with a kind of object that is capturing the problem. And that object will be matched to catch blocks. There could be multiple catch blocks which are available just after try. And it will be matched to those catch blocks to see if any of the problem type matches the problem type which is available in the catch blocks, one of the catch blocks. Right. Right. Your class name, na? This variable name is something which is just a variable name, right? So whatever the problem that has occurred here in line number 5, that is of the type null pointer exception, and that will be provided, a reference of it will be provided to EX1. And then you can use EX1 to do a lot of things. For example, EX1 dot print stack trace is one of the most common things, right? Or EX1 dot get pause could be the another thing, right? And so on. Okay. So you can utilize this object which is encapsulating the exception itself, the problem itself. Okay. If I choose not to utilize it, I can just provide the alternative path as of now. Whatever I've done here, I just provided the new string to S and repeated the operation in line number 9, right? But now this try and catch block was something which was optional, right? It's not mandatory for me to put a try and catch block. Even if I have not put a try and catch block, the code will terminate abruptly. That is true, but code will compile and run. Okay, guys. Now comparing this type of exception with the exception that we have seen in example number 2, right? Here in example 4, we are trying to create the object of file reader by providing a string that contains the path of the file in the constructor, right? Now, if I choose not to put a try and catch block around it, let me put whole catch block in as block comment. Okay? No try and catch block. Okay. No issues. Okay. Fine. As of now, file reader is equal to file reader. Any problem? कुछ मैंने ब्लॉक में डालते हुए कुछ गड़बड़ किया है क्या? कैच यहाँ से यहाँ तक है. Okay. So this whole thing must go into the block. ठीक है. हाँ, अब आपको दिखेगी block. ठीक है. Now you can see this. Here, I am getting a compilation error. There was a try around this statement at number 25, and then there was a catch block, right? I have removed try and commented out the catch block just to remove it another way, right? So I am getting exception, unhandled exception type, file not found exception. This line was throwing file not found exception. or this may throw file not found exception at the runtime if this file temp.txt is not available in the C drive at the specified location. Correct? But in that case, if I'm not putting the try block, I'm not surrounding this line by try block, as well as I'm not providing the catch block for it. So I am getting a compilation error. And the compilation error says unhandled exception type file not found. That is, the exception that may occur is file not found exception, and that is not handled. Right? In the earlier cases also, we have seen that in example 1, if the exception, arithmetic exception, or in example null pointer exception class, if this null pointer exception, if this is not handled, I am not going to get a compilation error. If this is not handled, no try and catch block, I am not going to get a compilation error. The code will compile successfully. It's other matter that at the runtime, if this string s is pointing to null, I will get a compilation error and the code will stop running, stop execution, right? But I won't get a compilation error. The compiler will not force me to put a try and catch for this statement. Line number 9. Okay? Forcing means if the compiler wants to force me, it will not compile the code. Right? It will give me a compilation error. Okay? But here I'm not getting a compilation error. That means compiler is allowing me to compile this code. And when once the code is compiled, it could be executed, right? It's other thing that at the runtime it may throw exception. Okay? Whereas in this case, you can see the compiler is forcing me to put a try and catch block. It's asking me to handle it. If I am not willing to handle it, the code will not compile. And if the code is not compiled, I cannot execute it. Right? So that means there are two different categories of exception that have different nature altogether. One set of exceptions, just like null pointer exception, are those exceptions which are not mandatorily required by the compiler to be handled. That means whether you put a try and catch around them or not, compiler will not complain. Compiler will compile the code. Whereas the other set of exceptions are those exceptions in which if you do not put a try and catch block, if you do not surround them with try and catch block, then the compiler will complain to you if you not compile the code. And you cannot, that means you cannot execute the code. The code is not correct. Okay? So it's giving me two options. When I am hovering on this error message, you can see I am getting two quick fixes available, right? One is add throws declaration. I will discuss this later. The other is surround with try catch. When I say surround with try catch, the compilation error goes because this line number 26 is now having surrounded by the try block and a catch block is also created for it. However, this catch block is empty. It's just printing the statement, right? So let me replace this catch block with a real catch block that we have written earlier. So we remove the block comment source. That is why I didn't deleted this this code, so that I should be in a position to remove it and make it working again. So much code. Right? Okay. So here I am forced to put a try and catch around this line number 26, which may throw file not found exception at the runtime. If the file is not available. Okay. So now Just a minute, guys. Okay, so we have just now seen two categories of exceptions or two types of exceptions. One of the types that we have seen is something which does not require us to put a try and catch block around the statements which may throw the exceptions. Those exceptions are called as unchecked exceptions. The statements that we have just seen, which may throw the exception at current time, but they force or the compiler force to put a try and catch around them or to handle them, are called as checked exception. ठीक है? We have just seen two kinds of exceptions here. Okay. So one was, like this null pointer exception. Okay. S was pointing to null, right? And if we are trying to assess it, we know that null pointer exception will be thrown. This is from the previous classes, right? Exception will be thrown, right? But we are not putting a try and catch around it. It is other matter that at the runtime we will get the exception. But in the next example, I'm just quickly revising it for you. In the other example, what happened is if we try to remove this try and catch around this line number 26, line number 26, right? We try to remove this, put everything under comment. What will happen? The code doesn't compile. It gives me a compilation error unhandled exception type, file not exception. That means compiler is forcing me to handle this exception. Whereas null pointer, in the case of null pointer exception, I was not forced. The code was compiled. Okay? That is a different thing that when we try to run it, it will give me a compilation, it will give me a runtime exception, null pointer exception, but the code compiles. The compiler doesn't complain, right? So here in this case, the compiler complains. So I have to put a try and catch around it to satisfy the compiler. Okay? So I will have to put a try block, and then just immediately after the try block, I will remove this comment which contains the catch block. And you see the code has started working now. I mean, it's combined, right? Okay. So that means the exception could be divided broadly into two categories. One is unchecked exception. That means the example that we have just seen where the compiler doesn't check for a try block or doesn't force us to put a try block around the statement which may throw the exception. So that is called as unchecked exception. That means the compiler doesn't check that whether the try block is provided for such statements which may throw such exceptions. So such exceptions are unchecked exceptions. So the example was here null pointer exception, right? Correct? And we have seen the other category of exception where the compiler was forcing us to put a try block around the statements which may throw the exception. And the example for this was file not found exception, right? So this is called as checked exception. That means the compiler checks that whether you are putting a try block or not for them, for those particular lines. The unchecked exceptions are also called as runtime exceptions. अरे उस हाँ क्लास में बैठे लोग टाइम पे ज्वाइन नहीं करेंगे तो कैसे होगा? चलो guys, Lama, are you there here in this
सर यस सर
लम्हा कह रही हैं कि मैं काफी देर से किसी को अलाउ नहीं कर रहा था ज्वाइन
सर
करने
मैं
के लिए और
2-5
वो
से
वेट कर रहे थे।
ज्वाइनिंग हूँ
Just,
लेकिन ना
just
किसी
be
ने
quiet, be quiet. We have started the lecture at 2 o'clock, right? 2 o'clock के बाद ही मैंने कई लोगों को ज्वाइन किया इसमें। तो आप कैसे आप करें कि आप राइट टाइम पे आपने ज्वाइन किया और मैं आप ज्वाइन नहीं करने दे रहा हूँ? ये लोग यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं फिजिकली क्लासरूम में जिनके सामने स्क्रीन डिस्प्लेड है व्हाइट बोर्ड पे। बेटा टीचर जब क्लास लेता है तो वो आपकी स्क्रीन बार बार नहीं देख रहा है और आप लेट ज्वाइन कर रहे हो, ऊपर से फिर उल्टी बात कर रहे हो कि भाई हम पहले से अपने टाइम पे ज्वाइन कर रखा। टाइम क्या? टाइम 2 बजे का है। ठीक है, तो अभी आपने 2 मिनट पहले आप लोगों ने रिक्वेस्ट भेजा होगा, 2-3 मिनट पहले, 5 मिनट पहले मैक्सिमम, और आप कह रहे हो कि मुझे उल्टा कह रहे हो कि हमने टाइम पर भेजा है और आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहे हो। अब देखो अभी भी आ रही है, दिख रहा है आपको? ये लोग ज्वाइन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। अभी मैं क्लास ले रहा होता तो मैं स्क्रीन को नहीं देख सकता था।
अभी सेक्शन सी के दिशांत को कॉल करके बोला है कि सर को बोलो रिक्वेस्ट एक्सेप्ट करे।
अरे तुम लोग देख तो रहे हो यार स्क्रीन पे, वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग में देख लेना। रिकॉर्डिंग तो शेयर होती है ना, देख लेना उसमें क्या बेवकूफी है। अभी तुम्हारे सामने दिखाया 3 लोगों ने भी ज्वाइन किया है, उनकी रिक्वेस्ट अभी आई है मेरे पास। Okay, coming back to the topic. So we know that the exceptions are of two categories. One is called as unchecked exception, the other is checked exception. Okay? Example is null pointer exception for the unchecked exception and the find not found exception for the checked exception. Okay? And then you know what? The null pointer exception is also called as runtime exception, whereas checked exception is also called as compile time exception in some of the books. Compile time exception in some of the books. However, exception always occur at the runtime. Okay? So it only means that this problem of checking will be reported at the compile time for the check exception, right? Whereas this will not be reported at the compile time, so you will see the error at the runtime. Okay? So the name that some of the books use as compile time exception and runtime exception is something confusing. There is nothing right like a compile time exception. You do not get an exception at the compile time. You always get the exception at the runtime. So the proper way to name them is by using the term checked exception and unchecked exception. Okay? Although you will, if you see this, then you know that runtime exception is in fact referring to unchecked exception, whereas compile time exception is referring to the checked exception. ठीक है? मतलब हर 2 मिनट में मुझे कॉल चेक करना पड़ेगा कि कोई ज्वाइन तो नहीं कर रहा है, वरना मैसेज पड़े रहते हैं कि मैं काफी देर से सर ज्वाइन करने की ट्राई कर रहा हूँ और आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते हैं। how do we know that what kind of exceptions are the checked exceptions and what kind of exceptions are unchecked? How we will know? Okay, so Zaki says, okay, if we are forced to put a try and catch block around any exceptions, like for this example, if I am not forced to put a try and catch block, then this is unchecked. Okay, this is unchecked exception. But for those exceptions, just like file not found exception or IE exceptions, if we are forced to put a try and catch block, as soon as we remove this try and catch block, we have seen that there was a compilation error. So then we know that it's an unchecked exception. But in fact, even before writing the code, how can you know that this is a checked or unchecked exception? So there is a way. See, this is file not found exception, right? I'm pressing the control button and pointing the mouse pointer over here. Okay? Or rather, let's make it more easy. I'm just selecting it. Okay? I'm just selecting it by double clicking on it. Right click. Okay? Open type hierarchy. Open type hierarchy. Type hierarchy basically displays the hierarchy of the parent and the child relationships. ठीक है? पहले भी मैं दिखा चुका हूं आपको कई बार ये चीज. तो अगर आप देख रहे हैं कि this exception, file not found exception, is the child of some other exception, IU exception, which is again the child of exception class. ठीक है? Then this is a checked exception. ठीक है? Exception class will again be child of throwable, something called as throwable, and throwable is something which is a child of object, which is a universal superclass. So there is exception in between. Okay? So this is checked exception. Whereas if we go to null pointer exception, okay, this will throw the null pointer exception. Let me just write null pointer exception and take the type hierarchy. ठीक है? देखो अभी लोग ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं. आप समझ रहे हैं ये मैसेज आ रहे हैं ग्रुप में, सर आई एम ट्राइंग टू ज्वाइन फ्रॉम 2 o'clock. Okay, if you see the type hierarchy of this, see, you will see in the type hierarchy there is the exception class, but in between now you will see something called as runtime exception. ठीक है? अभी ये याद रखने के लिए मैंने क्या बताया था, अनचेक को क्या कहते हैं, रन टाइम एक्सेप्शन भी कहते हैं. we call unchecked exception as runtime exception also. This is just I told you. Remember, I mean, books refer this, right? So if you see this class runtime exception among any of the parent classes of the particular exception which I want to know about, so that is a unchecked exception. If this is missing, directly it is somehow reached to the exception class without this null pointer exception in between, this class in between. Okay? Then it's a checked exception. Okay? Clear हो गया? That means I can create any class XYZ by the name XYZ. Just show it this way. Say a new class XYZ or ABC, for example. Okay. And if I extend this class from runtime exception class, then it becomes a unchecked exception. ठीक है? अब आप देखो इसकी टाइप हायरार्की, आप देख लो एबीसी क्या हो रही है. Just look at the type hierarchy of ABC. ABC parent class is runtime exception. Its parent class is exception. Exception will be there. It will always be there. But we have to check whether this runtime exception is there or it is missing. If in the type hierarchy, that means ABC is not derived from the runtime exception, right? Runtime exception is not within the class hierarchy. Then it's a checked exception. If runtime exception is there, then it's a unchecked exception. If this class is extended from any of the parent class, and that parent class probably may be extended from exception class directly, or even if this class is also extended from exception class directly. Okay. Then you see the class hierarchy change. ABC is extended from exception class. That means ABC derived from the exception class, which is an indication that runtime exception is not in between. So ABC is no more a runtime exception. If any code will throw ABC, right, this exception, then in that case, what will happen that this has to be put under try and catch by the calling method. ठीक है? Otherwise, you will get a compilation error. Clear हो रहा है? अब मैं आपको code example दिखाता हूँ. How to create an exception. I'm just showing you by the code example how to create an exception and how to create a checked or unchecked exception. Okay. So there is a package HDFC Bank, the small backend of the bank application that we have created. The whole code I will discuss probably tomorrow. But as of now, I just look at this saving accounts class. So saving account is one of the account type. So the parent class might be account that could be parent class to many of the different account types, maybe a provident account, maybe a fixed deposit account, and so on. So saving account extends itself from the account class. There are several other things. The important thing as of now to understand, just for the matter of time, we will discuss the whole class again, but for the matter of time, the two important functions that we have defined in this class, which are actually overridden from the parent account class, because you can see the override annotations over here. This is annotations. This is for the information purpose, right? So override is written over here, right? So that means this deposit and withdraw methods are also available in the account class. Okay, account.java. You can see here also you will see the deposit and withdraw method. Now the picture here. Yeah. Withdraw and deposit, but they are abstract. So they do not have the definition. The class itself is abstract, that means. So in saving accounts, we have to provide the implementation for them, right? So you can see the deposit method, if we want to deposit to the bank will take, not complain. So it will just say that this dot set account balance is equal to this dot get account balance plus deposit amount, which is going to add to the deposit amount to the account balance. Plain English से समझ आ रही है ना क्या कर रहा है ये function. Now, but when you try to withdraw it, then there is a problem. Then you will have to first get the account balance. What is the current account balance? Then you will have to check whether the account balance is greater than the amount that you are attempting to withdraw. That means the account balance is 1,000 and you are trying to withdraw 500. It's okay. Okay? In that case, set account balance is equal to this dot get account balance minus withdrawal amount. You are subtracting the withdrawal amount that you are trying to withdraw from the current account balance. And then you are setting that as the new account balance. Correct? But if condition fails, that means withdrawal amount is greater than the account balance. You have got 1,000 rupees in your account and you are trying to withdraw 2,000 rupees. So the else condition will come. And there is a keyword called as throw. Now this function is basically throwing exception. It's reporting a kind of problem in certain condition. Okay? And it will use the keyword throw to create an object of the insufficient fund exception class. Okay? That has got something in its constructor. You will see. But you know that this throw keyword is creating a new object of the insufficient fund exception class, which is the exception I have created manually. So it's not that there are only exceptions which the Java people have provided. You can create your own exception for your business logic also. And this is a business logic we are dealing with, right? So I have created a exception, insufficient fund exception. That is, your fund is not exception. And here, when this is thrown, the method which is calling this method withdraw, the function or the code which is calling this method withdraw, is liable to figure out whether this is checked or unchecked. If this is unchecked, then it can go away without providing an implementation to a try and catch block to it. If it is checked block, then it has to provide a try and catch block to it. ठीक है, बात समझ आ रही है? ये मेथड समझ आ रही है ना? अब ये देखते हैं कॉल कहाँ से हो रहा है। ये विड्रॉ मैंने सेलेक्ट किया, ओपन कॉल हायरार्की, इसे टाइप हायरार्की थी। टूल्स देखिए, टूल्स कितना कुछ आपको देता है चीजें प्रोफेशनली डेवलप करने के लिए। टाइप कॉल हायरार्की, देखो ये कॉल कहाँ से हो रहा है। पब्लिश मेन मेनू एंड एग्जीक्यूट, यहाँ से कॉल हो रहा है, ठीक है। और एक विड्रॉ अमाउंट पब्लिक मेथड है, वहां से कॉल हो रहा है, ठीक है। यहाँ से मैं विड्रॉ मेथड कॉल कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है। यहाँ से विड्रॉ मेथड में कॉल कर रहा हूँ, पूरा कोड बाद में समझाऊंगा, अभी आप परेशान मत। अभी समझ लो यहाँ से कॉल हो रहा है, विड्रॉ मेथड कॉल कर रहा हूँ, उसमें सर्टेन अमाउंट आई एम कॉलिंग द विड्रॉ मेथड फ्रॉम हियर and just sending certain amount of method to be certain amount of money to be withdrawn. And here I have put the try and catch block because this particular withdraw method may throw insufficient fund exception in else condition. May because in else condition. If the if condition runs, then this exception will not be thrown. Okay, clear? Now let's go to this exception itself. Insufficient fund exception, just see. It extends exception class. Okay? That means in the type hierarchy, you can see there is no runtime exception. Right? So that means this is a check exception. That means from the calling function, यहाँ से हमने भी कॉल किया था, withdraw method जहाँ कॉल किया था हमने, आ गया शो कॉल हायरार्की, यहाँ से हमने कॉल करा था। अगर हम यहाँ पे ट्राई एंड कैच हटा दें, if we just remove this try and catch, what will happen? I will get a compilation error, unhandled exception type, insufficient fund exception. ठीक है, डाउट कुछ? Anything that needs to be repeated? Everything. But means everything you repeat. What I'm saying is, see, this insufficient fund exception is something which we know that it's a checked exception. That is clear, right? So if I am removing try and catch around the line, which is actually calling the method withdraw, which throws this exception, right? So what is happening? We are getting a compilation error. The compiler doesn't wants me to proceed. ठीक है? The compiler doesn't want me to proceed. ठीक है? Because it wants me to forcefully handle this exception. ठीक है? अब देखिए मैंने फिर से try and catch वापस कर दिया, इस satisfy हो गया. It will allow me to compile this code. ठीक है? क्लियर हो रही बात? नहीं हो रही है, और ना चैट बॉक्सेस नहीं चलते आप, तो हम लोग भी कभी स्टूडेंट थे, ठीक, लगता है जैसे कि इतनी उम्र में आ गए हैं, कभी ही नहीं है। तुम लोग आंखों को देखो, हमको पता चल जाता है क्या चल क्या रहा है, मन में क्या चल रहा है, ठीक है, ये हकीकत है। और तुम लोग को लगता होगा टीचर को बेवकूफ बनाना बहुत आसान होता है। अच्छा, कैसे समझाए भाई? अच्छा, ये तो समझ में आ गया चेक क्या होता है, अनचेक क्या होता है, दोनों एक्सेप्शन टाइप, राइट? इतना क्लियर है? कंपाइलर हमसे लगवाएगा, the compiler will force us to put the try and catch block when it's a checked exception. Yeah, if we are not putting the try and catch block, then the compiler will give me compilation error and the code will not compile. That means you cannot run it. ठीक है? So withdraw method is being called over here. ठीक है? So this line withdraw method, let's go again to the withdraw method and let's go to the implementation of the withdraw method. You see this is the withdraw method, right? In else condition, it's throwing the exception. It's creating a new object of this exception type and throwing it. That is, I told you when some code throws the exception, you assume that the caller code gets an exception object being popped up at that position. ठीक है? मत करो, डिस्टर्ब नहीं करो, ठीक है? ठीक है? So the caller code where you have seen the withdraw method just now being called at that particular line, assume that this object pops up. In the case, the control comes to the else block. That means withdrawal amount is more than the current account balance. ठीक है, बात समझ में आ रही है? ये आप assume करो निकल के वहां पहुंच गया, ठीक है? And because this insufficient fund exception is a checked exception, so the compiler which is compiling that particular code where the call to this throw method has been written, that is forcing you to put a try and catch blocker. ठीक है? वो force कर रहा है वहां पर. So that means the reason why we make a checked exception and unchecked exception, ठीक है, is because if the developer thinks that certain kind of exception be mandatorily handled by the user who is calling a method which throws the exception, then he must make it a checked exception. ठीक है? See, for example, if the withdrawal amount is insufficient fund, then I probably want the caller of the particular method, withdraw method, to basically provide an alternative path where it can send SMS, it can send mail, right? All those informational purpose. It can display on the ATM if it's trying to withdraw from the ATM. Display on this screen. Somewhere a log will be created, and so on. So every such record will be taken care. If it's trying to withdraw a number of times, maybe he's trying to try to break the security. So that will be also logged. ठीक है, तो उसका काउंट भी हो रहा है उधर. So there will be multiple things which might be happening, right? So the user thinks that if someone is calling this withdraw method, that means if some code is calling this withdraw method, that means he is trying to withdraw from the account, then he must do something in case the withdrawal doesn't happen because of the less available balance, that is the withdrawal amount being greater than the available balance. ठीक है, करेक्ट बात है? So then that's the reason why we make this insufficient fund exception as a checked exception, so that the code which is basically calling the withdraw method must put a try and catch block, and the catch block it must provide some alternative routine to deal with. अब समझ में आ रहा है थोड़ा बहुत? ठीक है, अब बार बार देखोगे और समझ में आएगा, फिर आप पूछ सकते हो मुझसे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ठीक है, क्योंकि एग्जाम के टाइम पे भी अगर आप दोबारा से पढ़ रहे हो और आपको क्वेश्चन आ रहा है तो आप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे पूछ सकते हो. ठीक है, मैं जब भी अवेलेबल रहूंगा आंसर करूंगा आपको. ठीक है, पूछो सही. ठीक है, तो ये एक I know I have not discussed the whole application as of now. So एक मोटा मोटी, at least in a abstract way, you should be available to understand what is happening. ठीक है, and there is one more thing here of interest, that because this line in the else block says that it's going to throw a new insufficient fund exception, so that must accompany with a declaration in the method signature. Declaration in the method signature that this method, withdraw method, throws insufficient fund exception in certain conditions. That certain condition is muted. ठीक है, that is conditional. ठीक है, That exception means it's not in a normal condition, right? It's abnormal behavior, right? So, okay. So for that matter, if you go to the place where you have used this call, withdraw method call, the code, here you put try and catch block, just hover around it, ठीक है? आपको पूरी signature दिख रही है, right? When I'm trying to write the withdraw method, say for example, dot operator, control space, withdraw method is there, right? This withdraw method, you can see method जैसे ही आप इसको क्लिक करेंगे, ओके यही पे दिखाएगा ये. Semicolon here, just hover around it. It will show in the signature itself that it shows the insufficient fund exception. ठीक है? तो मेथड सिग्नेचर से भी आप देख करके आपको पता चल जाएगा कि कौन सा. You can just look at the method signature by hovering the mouse pointer, and you know that which method actually throw the exception, any kind of exception. ठीक है? Clear है? Okay, what if I choose not to put a try and catch block? As obvious, it will give me a compilation error. Now, when I will put my cursor over here, then it says unhandled exception type, insufficient fund exception, and it gives me two solutions, two fixes available, quick fixes. One says add surround with try catch. That is normal. We have seen that. Okay? The other says add throws declaration. Let's see what is this. If I choose this option, हाँ वो तो ऊपर जाएगा. यहाँ से देखो पहले. This method call, I have not put the try and catch block, and the compilation error goes. ठीक है? For I have chosen first option. That add a throws. ठीक है? So what will happen is the compiler will allow me to compile. But what the compiler has done actually, it has, as soon as the ID has done, as soon as I choose this particular option, it adds this signature over here. Throws insufficient fund exception, so that the responsibility from that particular line is propagated to the signature of this method which is holding that particular line, or in which that particular line is declared. Okay? So that means now this method must be have a caller. Publish main menu and execute. This method must also be having a caller. This method must be called from somewhere else. Okay? If we just go and look at the caller, open the call hierarchy in the main method. See, earlier it was not a compilation error. I'm telling you, earlier it was not a compilation error. I just remove the source again and show you. Now it's saying unhandled exception type is a fund exception. So the responsibility has changed to this main method. It has shifted to this main method. So when you put a throws in the signature, or you choose the option that you are not going to handle it, that is not going to put a try and catch block, then the responsibility shift to the parent method which is calling it. ठीक है? अगर मैं यहाँ से भी रिमूव करना चाहूँ तो मैं क्या करूँ? देखो, मेन के आगे कुछ नहीं जुड़ा हुआ है, राइट? Let me just say add throws. ये कहाँ आ गया? यहाँ पे try and catch की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. You do not need try and catch here, right? The responsibility is shifted to main method. Even though if we do not put a main method and it's not a checked exception, unchecked exception, then also the control goes back to the main method, and from main method it goes back to the JVM, Java Virtual Machine. And the exception that you see in the console, that stack trace, that is being printed from the JVM. Okay? So this is something like either you take the responsibility or you pass the bug. Okay? Take the responsibility or pass it to the, जैसे होता है ना कि if there is an employee, right? Call center employee, he gets a call from the customer that this is the problem that I am facing. he doesn't see any resolution. So you say, okay, I am going to, get you connected to my boss. If he doesn't resolve, you will say, I will get you connected to my boss. Okay? So they are passing the responsibility to their immediate, bosses. Similarly, if you pass the responsibility, that means it's being passed to the method to which it is from in which the code is written. ठीक है? अब इस लाइन में this line was throwing the exception, but when I choose to add throws, the responsibility should be to the method which has got this part of piece of the code. ठीक है? Clear हो रही है? एक बार पढ़ के दोबारा कहना, फिर difficulty हो, फिर try करना चाहिए, ठीक है? देखो बेटा, शुरू से मैं कहता जा रहा था कि मेहनत करते जाओ, तुम लोग नहीं सुन रहे थे। From day one मैं कह रहा था कि नहीं कह रहा था? I was saying this. और deficiency तो है ही है, because you are studying right from your admissions time, you are studying on online mode, right? So you have never done the proper lab, no one is there to help you physically. It's not possible, right? So deficiency is there. But the only way to mitigate this deficiency was to work hard and come back to me and then ask the मैं भी उतना बताऊंगा जब तुम पूछोगे कि भाई यहाँ मुझे प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, पूछोगे तब जब ट्राई आउट करोगे, राइट? जब उस पर टाइम स्पेंड करेक्ट. So I am doing my part, but I will have to do your part, right? If you are not doing your part, then it's very difficult for me to manage things, because I have to anyway teach. See, I can teach very deeply also. I can teach it in such a way that probably you will say that, okay, everything is understood. Because I will teach only that particular piece of the content which is very, very simple and very, very easy. I can do that. I won't get into the depth, the required depth. Okay, that is quite possible. And that would also help me to finish the syllabus very early. ठीक है, मैं आपको मोटी मोटी बातें बताता, थोड़े थोड़े कोड दिखाता और आपको काम चल जाता. लेकिन even I tell you, even if you start studying today, even for you, just for your exam, after the exam, when you feel that you are not able to in a position to have such a confidence that you are going to work in a company, and you come back to my lectures and you will see, then you will realize that I am teaching you something which you won't get easily in any of the books. I'm telling you very frankly. There are a lot of things you will get in every lecture that you won't get very easily in the books. Maybe books are something, it has everything. You can just pick up this much of 2-3 volume of books and you will find something, but then it's a very difficult time. And there are a lot of things which are actually not available in the book. They will be only available in different blogs. With people with experience, they can only tell. There is one thing language and there is one thing called as development skills. Books can teach you language. They cannot teach you development skills. And development skills is not just one for one language. It is good for every language. Because you know how to proceed there. But then again, the thing is that if you do not take the doctor seriously, then the patient is bound to feel the pain. So now you know how to make exception, right? At least this is the exception class that I have declared, and by extending it from the exception class directly without runtime exception being the intermediate class in between the class hierarchy, I am saying that it's a checked exception. And this is just like a normal class. This is just like any other normal class. Okay? The only thing is just like dog extends animal. So it makes dog an animal because there is a relationship. So there is a relationship between insufficient fund exception and exception. That's a very easy way to figure out. So insufficient exception is an exception. Is an exception, right? If there would have been a runtime exception in between, runtime exception between, then I would have said insufficient exception is a runtime exception. That is unchecked exception. हो जाता है? If this would have been the case, then let me just go back to the place where this withdraw method is being called. Open call hierarchy. In call hierarchy, you can see that this is the place, right? I have as of now not put, let me remove this throws. इसीलिए solve किया था ना problem. Throws लगाने ने. Let me remove this throws. You see, still the withdraw amount is being called, and I am not forced to put a try and catch around it. Okay? But at the runtime, when the problem happens, that means withdrawal amount is greater than the current amount, then the user will not see any text SMS, for example, or a mail or any description on the ATM screen. He will just see a exception, stack trace. That is technically called as blue screen. Developers in India, what they call it as blue screen. This is worldwide, but in India कहते हैं कोड फट गया. हाँ ऐसे कहते हैं कोड फट गया. Seriously, मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ. हम लोग फट गया मतलब कि दर्जियाँ उड़ गई. हाँ, कहीं से कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गई. ऐसे कहते हैं भाई, आप जाओगे तो आप अभी कर रहे हो ना. आप जब जाओगे इंडस्ट्री में तो ये आपके ऐसे प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा जैसे कि ठीक है. ऐसे बहुत सारे जनरल हो गया, कई नए सारे. तो अगर विड्रॉल अमाउंट आपका क्या हुआ, ये बिजनेस लॉजिक है. दिस इज नथिंग टू विद द null pointer exception or something technical, file not found exception or something which is technical nature. This is a business application, business reason or a business exception that is coded for specifically for my applications business. That is, withdrawal amount is more than the current amount balance, then you will get code protected. Okay? And you should not let that happen. You should not let that happen. The user should not see a screen with a stack trace. Sometimes even in the web application, you will see that you are visiting a site and then you will see such kind of a stack trace, right? That's very, very irresponsive way of building the application. Because if the user is seeing this, then he knows a lot about your application inside. It's like a white box. If he is a serious, or he's a well versed in development technologies. And for others, it's even more damaging because they do not know what this means. करना क्या है? Instead, if you just show the message, you do nothing and just show the message. Okay, something has gone wrong. We are working on it. So he will know. Okay, the problem is from the website, and probably that might be corrected soon. Or if some other time, if I try with some other options, maybe I can get the response. At least the user should be in a position to see this screen. At least this is the right of the user. Okay. Okay. Shall I stop here?